Look, we're only 7 episodes in. There's 13 episodes in this book, so I figured, you know what? Better jump in as early as I can, because eventually, and as far as how this season's gonna go, it's gonna go quick. And there's no stopping me. There's no stopping the season, as far as, television broadcast goes. So I figured, you know what? No. One chance, and one chance only. So it's best if I came in and did the episode reviews for Legend of Korra, Book 3, Change. Episode 6. Because really, we get 2 episodes this week, Episode 6 and Episode 7. And Episode 6 was kind of interesting, because we kind of get some stuff regarding Lin Beifong and Suyin, her half-sister. And we kind of get to figure out what it is that Lin had such an issue with in Episode 5. And we end up finding out that, Lin and her sister had some major differences when it came to their stuff. Lin was more of the serious type of person, and Suyin, she's kind of relatable because, rebellious teenage state, wanted, had all this freedom, and did whatever she wanted with it. I got where that was going. And if you guys think, it doesn't really make sense, hey, if you look back at The Last Airbender, remember, Toph's parents didn't do what Toph did. Toph's parents, they restrained her. Restrained her as in, they gave her less freedom. However, Toph was like, no, I ain't following in their footsteps. I'm going to do what they didn't do. I'm going to give my kids their freedom. And in the end, it kind of bit Toph in the ass, because when it came to her daughters, especially with Suyin, it comes to a point in the episode where Suyin is helping out her friends when it comes to robbery and stuff, crime stuff. And Toph had to, rip up the arrest, because had Toph arrested Suyin, that wouldn't look good on her, because she's the chief of police, because then it's going to be like, oh, look at this, Toph Beifong, her daughter's in jail, and what kind of situation is this going to put on her? It's like, all that stupid shit that happens. Let's be honest here, all that stupid shit. Also, we find out how Lin got the scar that she has on her lower cheek. So I thought that was cool. That was a nice little spin that they threw in there. And just seeing Toph again just, brought back some nostalgia. Seriously, we haven't seen Toph since, as far as Legend of Korra goes, we haven't seen her since Book 1, during the flashbacks. It's funny, because we got Zuko in Episode 5. No, not in Episode 5. It was Episode 4, and then it was in Episode 3. I don't recall if Zuko was in Episode 5, but we got to see Zuko again, and we got to see Toph again in this book so far, so that's cool. I like that. Also, if you guys don't know, Toph is still, she's traveling the world, so I'm kind of curious as to what's going on with Toph as of right now, and who the heck her husbands were. Because apparently, since Lin has a half-sister, that means Toph didn't just end up with one dude, she ended up with 2 dudes. Just kind of curious as to who they are. But I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. Next, what happened in the episode was Korra. She's learning the metal bend from Suyin. And I gotta say this, it's cool, but I got an issue with it, because I kind of look back to The Last Airbender, and I see what Aang was going through. And, granted, Toph learned metal bending during, Season 2? It was either Season 2 or Season 3. It's when she's being taken back to her parents and she's able to metal bend her way out and such. I think, I believe she started metal bending in Season 2. I remember that, because I don't remember them showing up again in Season 3. But, here's the thing, though. I feel like Aang could have done some stuff, you'll learn metal bending. But here's the thing, though, and stories have made drop this up, he thought it was kind of bullshit how Aang didn't learn metal bending. But here's the thing, Aang was 12, maybe reaching 13 by the end of The Last Airbender. And Legend of Korra, we know he died when he's about 65 years old. So there's at least 52, 53 years, there's a gap in between Legend of Korra and The Last Airbender. And the gap is big. It's not a small gap. It's okay, years pass by. So we don't know if Aang is able to metal bend. And if he is able to metal bend, then we don't know. I doubt it. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we can't really tell now since the Avatar cycle's kind of broken, which again to me sucks. Because I mean, it brings a fresh take on the series, but just because I mean, it sucks because we're never gonna get to see Aang again. Well, at least as far as Avatar connections go. I mean, we may see him in flashbacks. Maybe Zuko will think back to what his adventures were with Aang, and maybe Toph will do something. I mean, we'll see. So seeing that whole aspect with Korra learning the metal bend, it was interesting, and I like the resolve that Lin does with Suyin, and Suyin kind of realizing that I can't restrain my daughter with her freedom. I gotta let her do what she wants to do, and her daughter Opal wants to join Air Temple Island, which is not Air Temple Island, the Northern Air Temple, which is cool. I like that. That's everything regarding episode 6, Old Wounds. Episode 7, the old airbenders. Or not the old airbenders, the original airbenders. Which were, and I thought this was cool, even though the 3/4 of the episode felt like filler in a sense, but at the same time, I was like, okay, this is cool. Because you're seeing what Tenzin's doing, and he's trying to change, well, not change. He's trying to teach these new airbenders, the history, the culture, the training, and he also tries to get advice from Korra, which I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. Even though it kind of brings some character regression, I can take it. I'm like, you know what, it's fun. But then, he's getting advice from Boomy, trying to be hard-headed and stuff, and he tries that, and it gets him nowhere. And eventually, it's funny because it gets to a point where Jinora and Kai get captured, and then everyone's like, okay, we gotta go save them, because Jinora's able to make some contact through, with the spirits, and one of the spirits goes to Boomju, and Boomju lets Boomy know, and then Boomy lets everyone else know. And the reason why Jinora and Kai get captured is because, they went to go look for the bison. And these bandits who kill bisons and sell them thought, okay, they're in our territory, we get to capture them and such. So that ends up happening, and then from there, we get a fight scene, which ties everything up to what happened with this episode, which was neat. And I gotta say, the coolest thing about this episode was the Sky Bison airbending. Oh my god, the Sky Bison, it's like a tail whip, but when he tail whips, air comes out, and when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, that Sky Bison just airbend. I mean, the Sky Bison were known as the original airbender, so considering what we saw was like, a Sky Bison was airbending. I'm satisfied now. I'm satisfied. And honestly, with this particular episode, I mean, episode 7 was weak compared to episode 6, but I still thought it was good. So I'm not going to deny that. So overall rating, when it came to these two episodes, 6, I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. I didn't think there were any problems with it. With 7, though, I mean, not saying because it's a number, but I had to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it could have been better, but I'm kind of curious. And there's still Zahir and his group going on, trying to find the Avatar. Here's the thing. I feel like Zahir and his group have something to do with Aang's death. I know Aang could have died, because of his age and stuff. I mean, he was, technically 150, 165 years old. But we still don't know. He could have died of old age, or he could have died because Zahir and his group had something to do with it. I mean, I don't know. That's a theory running around out there. But we'll wait and see. I mean, there's 6 episodes left in this book, and if you guys don't know, we get 2 episodes each week when it comes to this book, so that's interesting. I'm kind of curious to see where it's going to go, but aside from that, guys, remember, check comment below, let me know what you guys think of Legend of Korra episode, book 3 episodes, 6 and 7, Old Wounds, and the original Airbenders. Did you think 6 was better? Did you think episode 7 was better? Which one did you think was the weakest one? To me, I felt like it was the original Airbenders, even though that Sky Bison airbending scene was, that just blew me out of the water. That's all I'm going to say. But Aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm Shirag. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Legend of Korra content. And aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm Shirag, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.